Hello? Hello? Where are you all? Hold on, I think I can hear you. You're all down there. What are you all doing down there? Oh, I see. Hiding from Lucifer? Well, I'm sure he's not around if you want to come out. I have something to tell you. No, you don't want to come out? Okay. I'll come down to you, okay? Although it'd probably be a lot easier if you came out to me. Oh. Hi, everybody. See? No Lucifer around here. It's just me. Oh, he's a stupid old cat. You don't have to be worried about him. I'll always protect you all. You know that. Well, I have something to tell you, like I said. I hope you're ready to hear. Well, I went to the ball. Yes, I know. I'm really excited about it as well. I feel so overwhelmed. And so love struck. And I know it seems stupid to ever dream that the prince would like me in any way. I can't help it. I'm so excited. Well, you see, I just got back, and what happened was, you all helped me make my mother's dress absolutely beautiful. And it was so beautiful, and I'm so thankful to you all. But as I came down and my stepmother and my stepsister saw me, they ripped the dress apart. And now there's nothing left, really, of the dress. Only a few bits and bobs, really. It ended up just hanging off of me. There was nothing left of it, though it would still pass as a dress. So, I did just sit there and cry. I was outside, you see. I was by the well, and then this old lady, she was just sitting on the opposite side, and I hadn't even seen her at first, and then suddenly she just kind of almost appeared, which obviously I found very strange. And I decided to talk to her, and I asked her why she was here. And she told me that she just wanted a cup of water or something warm to keep her warm when she was outside. And so I gave her a glass of water and a hot bowl of soup. And then she transformed into just this amazing ball of light, and then she was dressed in this amazing white sparkly kind of gown. She had a magic wand, and she told me that she was my fairy godmother, which I know it does sound ridiculous, but it's true. I promise you all, it's very true. To be fair, I am talking to mice, so that is a little bit ridiculous in itself to most people, but not to me. You understand exactly what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm just so excited. I'm just forgetting what I'm saying. Did that happen? It's a fairy godmother. Yes, and so she told me she was my fairy godmother. And then she said that I would go to the ball. And I thought, how could this possibly be happening? I mean, my dress is ruined and I have no way of getting there. And she took me to the greenhouse. And she said I needed to find something that we could turn into a carriage. And of course I look around and I saw the courgettes and the cabbages, and then I noticed the pumpkins. So I thought, well, a pumpkin's quite round. And she thought it was a good idea, so she turned a pumpkin into a carriage, and it was so beautiful. It was gold and just amazing big wheels, and it was so shiny, and it kind of smelled like fresh and like a magic smell. I don't know how else to describe it. It was just filled with magic. And then, well, she kind of looked at me and realized that my dress was in bits and I needed another one. So she waved her magic wand, and suddenly I was taken in and swirled around, and the next time I looked down, I was in an amazing dress. A huge, blue, sparkly, big dress. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought I was dreaming. It was as if I was kind of transported into, like, my dreams. But it was real. I promise you it was real. And, well, I was about to get into the coach, and then she said, well, how are you going to get there? And I said, well, I have a coach. And then I realised that there was nothing to pull the coach, or nothing to drive the coach. And I thought, well, I can't do all of those. So my fairy godmother laughed, and then she said that she would find me something. And that's when Jack and Jacqueline and Gus, they all, was sitting outside basically watching all of this happen. And then she saw them, and she turned them into amazing big white horses. I think right now they're probably passed out in the kitchen. I think that's what they're doing. They had some cheese, and I think they seem pretty tired after the night, so I think that's what they're doing. I'm sure they'll come up and be with you guys later. But, and then she saw Mr. Goose outside, and she turned him into the coachman. So he drove the coach, and then she also spotted 2 lizards, and she made them into footmen for me. So they opened the door and helped me out of the carriage, and all kinds of things like that. And so I was about to get into the coach again, and then she stopped me again. I thought, well, what else could there possibly be? But she'd spotted my shoes, my raggedy old shoes that I always wear around the house. And you know that I haven't had another pair in, well, I can't even remember. I mean, Anastasia and Drizella get ones every other day, but not me. But that's fine. I don't really need shoes. But the fairy godmother thought I did. So she waved her magic wand again, and she gave me these the most beautiful shoes I've ever seen in all of my life. Glass slippers. They were made of glass. And they were shining in the light. And I was just amazed. So amazed. Well, I ended up getting onto the coach. And they drove me to the ball. And when I arrived, the whole room stopped and looked up at me. Obviously, I was a little bit embarrassed about that. I was a little bit shy. But then I just felt fine. Because I spotted the prince. And it's amazing. Do you know I told you the other day that I met someone and I stopped him from hunting a deer? Do you remember me telling you all that? Yeah. Well, it was him. He was the prince. He didn't tell me, but he was the prince. So he came over and he spoke to me, and then we just danced. We danced for the whole night. The only thing was is that spell that my fairy godmother cast on me to make all the gown and the shoes and the carriage become a reality. It would only last until 12 o'clock. On the final ring of the bell at 12, everything would disappear. And so the night was amazing and beautiful, and I was just in the middle of talking to the prince, and the bell started ringing, and I realised I had to run. I had to run away as fast as I could, otherwise he'd see me. He'd see what I'm like now, and I didn't want him to see that. I wanted to have the fantasy. So I ran and ran. I ended up getting into the coach and we drove away. We managed to get away from them, but he sent his king's men out and they rode after us, but we managed to escape them. And I got back here, and obviously by that point everything had gone. The coach had slowly become a pumpkin again, and we just ended up on the road. So everything was gone, including my dress. But the only thing that was left was one of my glass slippers. I think I must have lost one or something along the way. I don't really remember. Oh, yes, I do. I think it fell off on the stairs at the palace. Well, I suppose if anything, if the prince really does think something of me, then he'll have something to remember me by. So I guess it's not that bad. But I still have one. But I've already hidden it away underneath the floorboards. You don't worry, keep everything safe. Will you all, if you guard it, and make sure that no one ever finds it? Because I don't want stepmother finding it, otherwise she'll know that I went, and I need to keep it a secret. Well, that's about it really at the minute. But thank you so much all for listening. I can't believe the night that I've had. I'm just so in awe of what I saw. The prince was the most handsome man I've ever seen in all my life. Other than my father. My father was an extremely handsome and wonderful man. But who knows? Maybe the prince is just as wonderful. Well, I guess I should go now. I think I probably have a lot of jobs to be doing. Not that I really want to be doing, and I'm sure that when I get round to them, all I'm going to be able to think of is this evening. Oh, I think they've just arrived back, so I better go down, and I'm sure they'll want me to make them tea and help them take their dresses off. You know, they hope to have met the prince this evening, but I don't even think he said hello to them. I'm guessing I'll be hearing a lot about, well, that he never even spoke to them. Or who knows, they may lie and say that he did. I'm sure they probably will. Okay, I've got to go, okay? But be good, everybody. And as I said, don't be afraid to come out. If Lucifer comes anywhere near you, you know that'll shoo him away. Okay? Right. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll see you again very soon, okay?